Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. This one's gonna be a great video. I intend this video really motivates you for this weekend, this upcoming week, month, new year. For you not to give up on your desires, because no matter how long it's been, no matter what circumstances you've experienced or what's in your face right now that's kind of denying you of it, you still can get what you want. I'm going to be sharing a few success stories with you. I'm not going to go deeply into all of them because I have a few to share with you, but I will be giving you just the message, the Friday message, your weekend message, your mid-January message of why not to lose your faith. Don't lose the faith. You should not ever lose faith, but you also don't have to always believe either. So we'll go into that. Get your drinks, get your snacks, you guys. Pause the video if you need to. Get comfortable. Christmas stuff is gone, so I'm vibing with this fresh scene in the background. And hair's cut, you guys. I wanted something so fresh and just like layered. So many people were asking from my shorts, and my clients were constantly asking, did you cut your hair? Did you cut your hair? Yes, I did. It's been growing like crazy because I embody that version of myself, that it grows like crazy and grows so fast. So if I change my mind, it's gonna be super long soon anyway. Anyway, you guys, I do not know. I think this happened over the weekend, so I don't think I mentioned this in my last video. But you guys, if you have not seen it, my client that did self-concept course and has been coaching with me one-on-one, she is finally pregnant, and I'm so happy for her. If you are watching, girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Anything is possible, no matter what the story is, no matter what you're told, no matter the circumstance. Your subconscious mind is always listening to you, and every moment is a new moment. So I'm so happy she is growing her family. And to those of you that are manifesting to grow your family, to have a baby, to get engaged, to manifest your SP, anything like that, this is your birds before land. And I also will be talking about other stuff as well. I'll be talking about health, money, but this last week has been crazy. I know I say that in every video, but every week has its successes, and it's just so interesting how things play out. I'm at a place, because I've experienced it so much at this point, that for me, it's not a matter of will it play out for you at this point. It's a matter of, can you keep your faith in the unseen and not care about the how and the when, and it'll come faster. I've noticed so much in my clients, you guys. A lot of people are comparing their success with other people's. I feel like when you watch these success stories, you think maybe it took this success a day or a week or a few weeks or a month, whatever, but that's not always the case. So please don't compare your success to, oh, well, if mine hasn't happened yet, and the coaches on this channel are sharing all these successes and it happened so quick for all these other people and not you, that something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. Absolutely nothing is wrong with you. I truly believe that sometimes it takes a little longer because you're getting yourself prepared to be actually able to maintain the manifestation when it comes in. Because when we are obsessed with receiving a manifestation and we're so worried about when it's going to come and why isn't it here yet, you're in lack. If it comes when you're in lack, most likely you're not going to be able to maintain it. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. People manifest everything they want and they're able to manifest it fast. They're able to get the text, they're able to get the call, they're able to get the date or the money, whatever, but it goes so quick. And because they never changed anything within, they're not able to maintain the results. That's why for me as a coach, it's so much more important to teach you the consistency and the discipline and all that in order for you not only to receive your manifestation, but for you to be able to maintain it going forward. Think of it as like an example I can give you is like weight loss or whatever, fitness, or you want your body to look a certain way, right? If you keep the habits that got you to the point that you don't like, those same habits are not going to get you to the point that you do like. Okay, you can't use the same habits for the opposite effect. Okay, so same thing here. If you're still the version of yourself that got the lack end of the stick, you can't use that same version of yourself and that same self-concept and those same habits and thought processes to get you the actual manifestation, because it's two different lanes. One is lack, one is having, one is feeling not worthy, not chosen, and no belief, no faith, no nothing, no, you don't even, practice your power. And one is actually keeping faith in the unseen, understanding circumstances don't matter, understanding the knowledge you're actually taking in. A lot of us are just taking in knowledge but not applying it. A lot of us are understanding that we need to do some technique here and there to change our belief system or whatever to not stay the same, but we're not staying consistent with it either. So there's so many angles to this. It's not like a one size fits all. That's why coaching is so great, because each person has a custom, routine or homework I give them. But just remember, there is stuff behind the scenes going on for you. Okay. My client being pregnant finally, and her growing her family finally that she always wanted. After the self-concept course, after our coaching, she's now experiencing that with a little bit of faith in the unseen, But here's the thing with that whole faith in the unseen. Yes, you should have faith in the unseen. You should understand that in the background, behind the scenes, things are happening for you. There's no agenda against you. There's no one trying to punish you for you to get the opposite of what you want. It's nothing like that. Everything is very neutral. But you also don't have to force positivity either. I talk about this in every video. You don't have to be fake positive. I had multiple clients this week ask me again, new and old clients ask me again, I don't have to believe. I don't have to believe in order to receive. You don't have to force yourself to believe. If you believe on your own, that's great. That's a bonus. But we've received so many things without even believing it. You think of someone and they call you, right? You wanted a specific cake or a coffee. Someone buys it for you and brings it to your door. Were you in the middle of that, forcing yourself to believe, I will get this coffee, I will get this coffee, I will get this cupcake, they will bring me this cupcake? Or, you know what, I thought of this person, I haven't talked to them in a long time. You know what, let me think of them for the next, I don't know how many days until they call me, right? You don't do that. You don't do any of that. And then you see that they did call you, or you see you did get the free coffee, or you did get the parking spot, right? So it's not always about forcing this belief, because manifestation is at play anyway. You don't have to force anything. Remember, force always equals lack. We're not here trying to force stuff. We're not trying to exhaust ourselves. And I teach you how to manifest in those ways where you don't have to force, you don't have to exhaust yourself. You have to become that person And slowly but surely you become it through repetition, through practices, right? So I want to share something. A lot of you were asking me about, share SP stuff, share health stuff. Well, a little bit of SP stuff right now. I remember when I was manifesting my SP, I had this huge fear that if I expressed my wants or my needs, or if I started focusing a little bit more on me and less on them, focusing on me being calm and not anxious all the time, me not walking on eggshells, me, maybe I shouldn't say this, maybe it's confrontational. I used to have very people-pleasing tendencies, and if you do, comment down below. If it resonates with you so far, comment down below. And I used to be so scared to mention anything. Like, I was almost like a mute. Like, I don't want to turn this person off, because if I do anything wrong, they could leave. That was like the self-concept, right? And I realized on this journey, the more you actually take care of that flight or fight, the more you take care of that nervous system, the more you take care of what should be a priority, which is you and your self-concept, even through those scary moments where you think, oh my God, they'll never want to be with me because, I chose me, or I did this, I did that. You come to realize that you can't make a mistake. You can never make a mistake. So please, if you're someone that's afraid, to express your needs, if you're afraid to ask for what you want in a relationship, just always remember, you cannot mess this up. You cannot mess this up. The version of you that's able to even express your wants and needs is that version that receives the person in the way you want them. So the lack version of you that's scared will most likely get the not so desirable version of them anyway. So just remember, the way you show up is the way they will show up too, because they are your reflection. But you have to do it in a place from non-manipulation. Like, a lot of people still understanding, this is also something I specialize in when it comes to manifesting relationships and your partner or recreating them. A lot of people still think that this is a game and they should be manipulative. Like, oh, maybe I should stay away, because if I stay away, that person will trip out, and they'll trip out enough to come in closer. Or the opposite, you could say something, I've heard this before too, where it's like, oh, I shouldn't voice anything out, and I'll just do everything in my mind, right? Yeah, you can do everything in your mind, but if there's stuff that's really bothering you and it's creating way more resistance in you to keep it in and stay mute rather than to express yourself, that's also creating resistance too. So there's, again, all these angles, right? And the situation matters. It matters your beliefs and your assumptions and all this. That's why sometimes it's so custom, it's so specific. It's not a one-size-fits-all answer. But just remember, when you're manifesting a relationship and when your self-concept is good enough, you shouldn't be afraid to express anything, because that's a healthy relationship. You saying your wants and needs, not in a demanding, not in a commanding way, but only when your self-concept is not worked on. When your self-concept is not there, even if you say anything, the way you react to what you said or what they say is still gonna you're gonna be standing in your own way. So if that makes sense, comment down below, you guys. Health stuff. In my last video, someone asked for me to talk more about health, and it's so interesting. Yesterday, I was out with the girls, and there was a new face there, a new friend I made. And it's so funny because when she started talking, I just felt immediately connected to her. She resonated with me. And it was crazy because before she even said anything, I just felt the energy, right? And this is why self-concept is so important, because people feel your energy. It doesn't matter if they're sitting in front of you. It doesn't matter if they're 1,000 miles away. Your SPs, your bosses, your clients, everyone feels your energy. So everything is an internal game first. So I resonated with her and she started talking. And first we were talking about money, okay? One of the other girls made an assumption that this new girl is just this rich housewife and she doesn't do anything. And the new girl, let's call her A, okay? She actually was like, no, I've actually worked all my life. And we're all like, it's light conversation. She's like, I actually worked all my life. And even when I was young, she's like, I would make crazy money, crazy good money. And I've always been, I've always had that mindset that wherever I go, I'll always be like that. Like wherever you put me in any country, I'll figure out a way and I'll make that money. And when she was talking like this, I was like, she knows what's up. She knows what's up. And I turned around and I said to her, I'm like you too. Like, I'm literally like that. I have that same mindset. That money just loves me. Money just wants to back me up. Like, whether I'm at a casino, whether I'm doing, I don't know, playing with the stock market, making investments, working, whatever, I have the same feeling. So we talk like that, and then subject changes, but I'm already feeling like she knows what's up. She knows what's up. She knows what's up. And this new girl, A, in our circle, in my culture, she's considered as like a huge celebrity. So it was nice even getting to know her on a deeper level like that. But I always used to wonder, like, because I always used to see her on social media and stuff, because she's a huge celebrity. Not that that matters. It doesn't matter who you are, but I always used to see her on social media, and I always used to think, I wonder how her mindset is, And lo and behold, I get to know how her mindset is, because manifestation is always working. So topic changes off of money, and then we start talking about health. And one of the other girls is talking about her health issues and how, she had this issue that everyone told her that, she'll never be back to normal again. She'll never be able to have children. She'll never be able to like walk in specific shoes or whatever, like carry more weight down lower body. And this girl A is like, whatever anyone says, this is what matters. So this is what she says. She's like, this is what matters. She asked the other girl that had the issues, she said, do you believe in this over all other circumstances? And I look at her and I'm like, I get you, girl. I got you. And she turned to me. She's like, do you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, do I know what you're talking about, girl? I do this for a living. And I was like, tell me, what do you know? Like, I didn't explain anything. I was just like, you tell me what you know. And she's like, when I was younger, I went through the same issue she's talking about right now. And she's like, I healed myself. I healed myself from that issue, and all doctors were saying I would never heal. It's nothing you heal. It's something that stays with you forever until you die. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I read this book called, what was it called? Supernatural it was Joe Dispenza's book. Right now, I can't remember the exact title. I think it's Becoming Supernatural or something like that. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Now, if you know Dr. Joe Dispenza, you know, and these are this little part here is for the health people that were asking for health successes. So if you know about Dr. Joe Dispenza, he had a crazy accident and he healed his spine. I believe his spine was like broken in multiple areas, and he healed it with his mind. And the book talks about it more, I believe. And he has a lot of videos on social media about it as well. So you can totally check it out on YouTube. But she started talking about that, and that's how she got into this, you know, knowing about the subconscious and whatever. And she kept asking me, do you know about it? Do you know about it? I'm like, I teach it. And she was like, no way. Oh my God. She's like, we're meeting again. Like, you teach it. She's like, I actually have an area in my life that I'm not really able to manifest. And that's in my relationship. And she's like, everything else I'm able to manifest. She's like, I was able to manifest multiple houses in multiple cities. She had a really nice, rare Hermes bag that's super rare. It's like, I think there's only like 2 of them in the world, and she had it, and she's like, even that I'm able to manifest. And she's like, the only thing I can't get past my relationship blocks. And I was like, girl, I got you. But she's like, yeah, we're besties. Like, and I was like, the moment you literally talked, I told her, I said, the moment you started explaining your money mindset, I was like, I could already tell where you're coming from when it comes to mindset. So I was like, I knew it. I was just waiting for you to blurt it out, pretty much. So health wise, you guys, she was explaining to me that after she learned about law of assumption and quantum physics and all of this, the power of your mind, she literally healed something that she was told by multiple doctors will never heal. I've done things like that too. And I will actually show you when I find it, because I need to find it. I will literally show you MRIs, like before and after, of things I've healed. And when I was told, you can't, sorry, like literally, like, this is not a guarantee. You can't heal it. It's not healed. No one knows. Nobody knows a cure for it. Like, I've literally been told things like that. So I will share with you once I get all the stuff together and show you in detail. But you guys, the moral of this video is, it doesn't matter what anyone says to you. It doesn't matter how many no's are said to you, how many times you're rejected, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in money, whether it's at work, whether it's for health. It doesn't matter what anyone says. I want you to adopt a mindset that you will not take no for an answer, because you know better. You're the one speaking to yourself 24/7. Okay, you get a no from someone, right? That no doesn't count for your subconscious. But the moment you ruminate on that no, that counts. It doesn't matter how many times you're rejected. But the moment you come home, or you walk around with that no in your head and that rejection, and you keep thinking about it, and you keep focusing on it, and you keep remembering it, and you keep having flashbacks of it, that's what creates the no to be more and more and more solid. You get me? If you're resonating so far, comment down below, like the video. I don't know who needed to hear this video today, but I just felt like I gotta share this with you guys, because I don't usually share, I don't usually share like girlfriend talk or whatever on here. But so many people this last week, money success story. I won $1,800 on my favorite little old slot machine at the casino. I took a video of it, you guys, but I cannot find it. I have so many photos. I was looking for it before this video, and I can't find it. I bet you I'm gonna find it right after I stop the video. But I will post it once I find it. $1,800. And on the way there with my family, everyone was like, oh, because the people that had lost were like, oh, this better not be like a repeat of last time. Last time I lost this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, stop it. Can we not pave the way for failure? We are not talking about the failure. That was in the past. Today is a new day. You are a blank slate today. Let's talk about how wonderful would it be if. Okay, let's start our conversations like that, you guys. You have always two choices. You always have two choices. You're either going to think about how wonderful could things be if, or how sucky could they be. However you want to look at it, you have two options. You're going to go towards unseen faith of a miracle can happen at any moment, or you're going to go into unseen faith of dwelling, unseen premeditated failure. And guess what? The failure probably feels easier to you because it's so familiar. Let's be real. Failure seems so much more easier than success. I've talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of people. They always fixate on the failure as that's more comfortable. And guess what? That is a defense mechanism. Your flight or fight mode in the body, in your mind, your safety goes towards what's comfortable for you, what you've done all this time. So if you've always believed that life is just what's presented to you and everything is very logical, and you don't really get what you want, or it's not as common for you to get what you want, that is your safe. That is your comfortable. So unfortunately, your subconscious thinks that we got to keep pushing this out because this is what that person feels safe around. Even though it's shitty, this is what that person feels safe around. Now, there is a familiar, that's called like a familiar hell, okay? Then there's this unfamiliar heaven where you're not used to it, but you are open to it. And if you keep opening yourself up to it, you will experience heaven on earth. You can experience heaven on earth and you can experience hell on earth. It's all up here. Okay? It's all up here. This is the computer that creates the simulation of heaven or hell. And I don't even like to call it simulation because it is real. You're living it. But you also have the control to change it. Like for me, something as simple as my hummingbirds outside. I have like so many hummingbirds outside. There's a tree outside. And I started putting, it's a long hummingbird story, but if you guys want to know, I'll share it maybe in the next video. I don't know if I ever shared it with you guys, but one time Nico even brought the hummingbird to my house. And I was like, this is not a toy. We got to put it back on the tree because it's a mom and it's having a baby. Okay. Anyway, even something as simple as my hummingbirds outside on my tree is a heaven for me. Like for some people, that's super rare. Like I was talking to a friend the other day. She's like, I've never seen a hummingbird in real life. I was like, are you serious? Sometimes 50 of them come to that tree because I leave, their feeders are up there. So she's like, yeah, I've never seen one before. I'm like, whoa, like I'm so grateful, you know, that I get to see that. But what I'm trying to say is we create heaven and we create hell. And you become a winner by your mindset. You continuously experience heaven with your mindset. If you sit and count all your wins, you're literally in that state of mind. If you sit and you count all your losses, you're in the familiar hell. And I call it familiar because as humans, we didn't know about manifestation for a very long time. And we didn't know about how easy we can create stuff and how our thoughts are so powerful. So our go-to logic was always, oh, you just get what you're dealt, and that's it. That's life. You just get the cards you're dealt. That's not true. That is not true. You guys, if this video resonated with you, comment down below. I intend you have more faith in your unseen. You do not have to fake positive vibes all the time. You can literally be just, I don't know, cooking in your kitchen today, not forcing yourself to believe in anything, just staying calm and knowing that there are possibilities that in any moment I can get what I want, but I'm not going to really force it right now, right? Just be present and you can get what you want. Now, more on the specifics of things, like today, I shared so many successes with you. Client having a baby, building a family. That's something she always wanted. $1,800 jackpot win of mine, where everyone that was with me that day was really talking negatively about their experiences, and I didn't care because I know that my subconscious mind trumps all anyway. I don't have to listen to anything else. My friend that healed herself, even though all doctors said it wasn't possible. I actually healed my dad like that too. And I've shared it on this channel. So if you guys are interested, you can go back into the playlists. I've healed my dad when the doctor said there's no hope. And he's probably never going to get out of the hospital. Never take anyone else's advice or anything or their word as final. This makes it final. If you say their say is the final say, you're right. If you say my say is the final say, you're right. Your subconscious mind, again, does not care what logic you're using to justify it, and it doesn't care what evidence you got. Your subconscious mind is just like, just tell me. You don't have to show me the receipts. Just tell me what you want. And persist in it. And stop trying to obsess over it. Persist in it, but also trust me. Have faith in the unseen, because this is a partnership. You put in the command, and then you yield for me to give it to you. If you put in the command, and you keep putting in the command, and you're not allowing that yield moment to happen for me to deliver it to you, then you don't trust me, and this is not a true partnership. So then I'll give all the I'll give you all the responsibility, but it's probably going to take you longer, and you're going to manipulate the situation over and over and over again in order to even get a little bit of movement when you don't have to do that. Have a happy weekend, you guys. I love you so much. Whatever you're going through right now, it's not the end all be all. Whatever you're going through right now, every second is a brand new clean slate. It's a clean slate. You got this. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.